East Coast next. Good evening, I'm Bill Butel. Diana Williams is off tonight and Roz Abrams joins me. Tonight we begin with Hurricane Felix. Right now he's bashing Bermuda. It's hard to say what Felix will do next because he is dangerous and unpredictable. But the weathermen say by tomorrow we could be under a hurricane watch stretching from the Carolinas all the way up to Cape Cod. Before darkness fell, Felix sent waves pounding against the shores of Bermuda. Beaches washed away, roads were inundated. The beaches in the tri-state area were packed today with people escaping the heat. But there was no swimming at most of them because fierce riptides threatened to sweep people off the sand and into the surf. And tomorrow we're going to see more of the power of Felix. Felix is just a Category 1 hurricane, but he packs a solid punch, and he has more than twice the diameter of a typical hurricane. So far, Bermuda has taken the brunt of this hurricane's fury, especially along its southern shoreline. One resort owner there says his beachfront cottages were ripped apart by waves 50 feet high. The man from New Jersey told us by phone just minutes ago that his vacation in Bermuda is unlike anything he's experienced.
The waves are astronomical. It's really intense. I know just right next door to me there was a bar on the beach, and the ocean just sucked it right out to sea. We're getting a lot of reports of a lot of busted up windows, trees going through the windows. It's getting pretty hectic.
Roads and hotels along the shore have seen extensive flooding, but the Prime Minister of Bermuda says Felix will not cancel out tomorrow's referendum on independence from Britain. Some tourists stayed on to go through what was described as a once-in-a-lifetime experience. But it's an experience many Bermudians would rather do without. Many of the people on Bermuda have moved inland, but yachts are being pulled from their moorings, not by people, but by winds approaching 85 miles an hour. Rob.
This storm is a dangerous one, and so we're watching it very closely. Meteorologist Bill Evans is tracking the hurricane's progress and joins us with more. Bill.
Roz, the storm still has 85-mile-per-hour winds. It is now 100 miles to the southwest of Bermuda. The center did not pass over Bermuda, but now it's sort of kind of a more westerly, northwesterly trek, kind of meandering to the north, kind of northwest just a bit over the last few hours. The storm itself is broad. You can see the clouds are just reaching all the way out and abandoning the showers and thunderstorms very severe with the system. The storm itself is still packing the same amount of winds. In the center now, like I mentioned, 100 miles to the southwest of Bermuda. It has been kind of moving a little more westerly, has a pretty good eye showing now of about 10 miles in diameter. The storm is still some 550 miles from land. We're expecting to see it now take still that westerly, northwesterly trek nearing shore tomorrow. That's why it's possible at the Carolina-Virginia coast there might be a hurricane watch for tomorrow. But now during the day tomorrow, as it nears the shore, we're expecting it to turn to the north. And the reason why? Big blocking ridge of high pressure going to be coming from the west. And also as it moves to the north, it's really going to weaken a lot because the water temperatures are between 66 and 71 degrees. So we'll talk more about this coming up in a few minutes and how it's going to affect that surf that's going to be around the Jersey Shore and also around Long Island. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Bill?
Thank you very much, Bill. As Bill mentioned, the hurricane is already affecting our area, but if a hurricane watch is posted for our area, what will we have to do to get ready? J.D. Dapper is live tonight at Jones Beach, where Felix is already making a lot of waves. Good evening, J.D.
Well, Bill, Felix is more than 1,000 miles away, out there past the dunes, spinning its way through the inky blackness of the western Atlantic, but already, as you said, he's making his presence felt here. And any hurricane that powerful, especially one that could be headed this way, is something to be very concerned about. For now, Felix is providing surfers with something to smile about. But in the churning sea, there lies the powerful potential for disaster. On the south shore of Long Island, officials are already nervously eyeing the rising tides.
Should it breach the parkway here and go over into the bay, we'll have a major catastrophe on our hands. Billions of dollars, home fronts, storefronts, traffic snarls, anything you want to think of would be a disaster.
A disaster because, as this computer projection shows, much of the area south of the Sunrise Highway would be submerged if a Class 3 hurricane hit. The last time that happened was 1938. Sergeant Kevin Pleasance runs the Nassau County Police Emergency Management Team.
There's approximately 320,000 people below Sunrise Highway in Nassau County. If we got a major hit someplace, we do certainly have to look to get these people out of harm's way with the water.
Already, the raging rising sea has caused Dune Road in the Hamptons to be closed. Houses there and hundreds of houses built on the Great South Bay are all vulnerable to destruction if Felix finds his way ashore here. But for now, Felix has only closed beaches, the riptides, and surf too dangerous from the Jersey Shore to the south shore of Long Island. This teenager was lucky. Others in the coming days may not be.
Today, this is beyond riptide. This is just pounding shore break. It's going to hold you under and break your neck. It's dangerous for anybody.
Now, it's not as though we haven't experienced hurricanes here or big storms. Remember the Halloween flood just a couple of years ago. But the problem is that no hurricane since 1938 has come ashore with the power that this one could. Right now, only a Category 1. It would have to strengthen as opposed to weaken to be like that 1938 hurricane, but something that all the officials here are keeping a very close eye on just in case. Live at Jones Beach, J.D. Dapper, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Because everybody out there remembers the 38 hurricane. Thank you, J.D. The waters are dangerous here, and they're deadly in North Carolina. Rescue workers have now recovered the bodies of 2 men, both trapped in riptides while trying to warn young children about the strong currents of the riptides. A third person, a 16-year-old, is still missing.
Take a look outside right now. It's a fairly nice night out there. We do have some showers well north and west. Mostly cloudy skies, 78 degrees at Central Park. Rest of our readings. Our winds out of the southeast at 5, relative humidity 66%. Barometer is steady. High for the day, 92, the low 72, no precipitation. All right, here we go, taking a look at the latest satellite loop of Hurricane Felix, and currently Felix right now is just past Bermuda and now is taking aim on the eastern seaboard. It's 625 miles east-southeast of Cape Hatteras, winds of 85 miles per hour. It's moving west-northwest at 12 miles per hour. Now here's what we see as the projected track of Hurricane Felix. Tonight, just to the west of Bermuda. By tomorrow evening, it's working its way further toward the east coast, and now it looks like, according to this track, it's going to take aim at Cape Hatteras by Thursday, 8 p.m., just to the south of Cape Hatteras. We're going to have to keep an eye on this. Again, the track can vary any different way. Big area of high pressure up over New England and Canada is helping to compress and keep all this activity down to our south. But again, anything can happen over the next 72 hours. We're just going to have to keep an eye on it for you. Forecast for tonight: showers, thunderstorms, humid, temperatures mid to upper 60s north and west, upper 60s to 70 along the coast, mid 70s here in town. Tomorrow morning, hazy and humid, upper 70s to low 80s. And as far as our boat and beach forecast, again, surf advisories and riptide advisories for the entire tri-state area. Winds 69, water temperature 69 to 75. And you can see how high those ocean swells were going to be. The 5-day forecast, depending on what Felix does, it may throw this whole thing out of whack, but right now what we think: Tuesday, hazy and humid, temperature of 91. Wednesday, partly cloudy and 88. Then on Thursday and Friday, windy, rainy, thunderstorms, temperatures in the mid-80s as Felix moisture works its way into our area. Saturday, partly sunny and a temperature of 87 degrees. Time now to salute the folks in our area who do something to make life around here a little bit better.
Were ordered this morning along parts of North Carolina's Outer Banks.